Hey, hey, it's Bernadette. We're going to talk about manifesting today. Many of you have asked me about using universal law to manifest your reality, to create your reality in the face of what appears to be negative circumstances. So I want to talk to you guys about that today, and how to go beyond just the law of attraction. Right? Like a lot of you know law of attraction, but then I have a bunch of people that have come into Charm Life and tell me I've learned more about the law of attraction from you than I have in years of study. So I want to be able to answer some of your questions about that. Plus, I'm manifesting like crazy right now. And it's such a good reminder for me to be able to share with you guys when I'm in the place of manifesting some really big things. So it's a good reminder for me, and to kind of tell you guys what's involved in it, and without giving you, everyone's situation is going to be different, but I'll tell you guys how I do it. Hi, Janine. Hi, Valkyrie. Hi, Wendy. So say hello when you get here so that I know you're here. For those of you who have, who want to know more about this topic, you can always go to my website and learn more. If you're not in Charm Life and you're really interested in learning how the universal laws work, go check out Charm Life on my website, bernadettegold.com. But in the meanwhile, make sure you share the video or tag a friend here in the comments so that they can see it. Because, lots of people go through seemingly negative circumstances. And when stuff happens that you weren't expecting to, you have a choice in how you react to it. And you can think in terms of, it's all negative and oh my God, it's so bad, which was an interesting thing from some stuff I posted this weekend I'm going to share with you about. Or you can look at it like everything's working out in my highest good. So I tell you guys a lot about my past and how I've manifested big things. And you're actually, my cousin was reminding me today, you're actually getting to walk through my personal circumstances with me to see how I actually handle stuff. When unexpected news comes, or seemingly unexpected news, when I actually think that this is all synchronistic, you guys actually get to see me in action and how I actually show up in life. And you guys all tell me, I love how real you are, blah, blah, blah. Well, I think that, the only way to teach people how to do things is to lead by example. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. Hi, Kim. Hi, Angela. Hi, Chandra. All right. So let me give you, just back up. I've been doing this all day. Back the bus up, beep, beep, beep. Friday afternoon, Friday evening, we received a letter in the mail from our property manager company. We moved from Colorado to here in January 2017, and rented this house over the phone, like over the internet, whatever. My daughter saw it first. So sort of sight unseen. And we were landing here because I had sold my house on contract where I was the financer to a family. That's a whole other story. But we needed to move quickly, 3 weeks, like from start to finish. We sold the house, packed the house, 5-bedroom house, moved here to Washington, where I went to high school. And my dad lived for a long time before he came to live with me in Colorado. So we came back here because my daughter, my oldest, moved here with my granddaughter. She was born here. So all of that, we've been here since January 2017. And on Friday night, after a bunch of stuff that me and Bella were already manifesting, we're already creating in vision on paper. Because I told you guys, right? New moon in Aries. I told you guys, this is the start of the zodiac new year. Set your intentions. So her and I were redoing vision boards, and we were setting our intentions for what we want to create for the new year, knowing, because they told us we aren't under contract in this house. We're on a month to month. Our lease expired last January, and we went month to month, right? Because the owners live someplace else, and our property manager told us, eventually they want to move back. So we'll just go month to month and see how it goes. But they love you as tenants. You guys are awesome. And we'll give you plenty of notice when they want to. So we received the letter Friday night, which, although it was unexpected and sort of surprising, especially considering I just started a brand new business, right? We just started Sarcastic Queen, which if you haven't visited our store on Facebook or our page on Facebook, just go a sarcastic queen or on Facebook and you'll find our store. Just started all of that, just incorporated all of that at the end of February, and all of March was setting this business up, which setting a business up takes a lot of time and focus and money. So I'm like, my head is in that, building that business. Hi, Beverly. Hi, Cheryl Ann. Hi, Law. So now we have this big disruption. We get this letter from the property manager, you guys have to move by June 15th. Like, so now I have to pack and I have to find a place to live. And I'm all in the middle of this setting this business up. I'm trying to get momentum. I've got, my classes going. I've got my other business going. Like, I could literally be set off by all of this stuff, right? And there was a couple of you when I posted that we just got notice that we have to move that made some funny comments. Cute, funny comments. Coming from the place where you would probably come from when stuff like this happens. Hi, Lisa. Some of the comments I received were like, oh, that sucks, or oh, that's going to be difficult, just different comments. And I'm not making fun of you guys. Like, I truly do believe, I don't just tell you guys this stuff. Like, I don't just shoot you a bunch of cliche sayings that everything's always working out in my highest good. Everything's always working out for your highest good. I don't say that without backing this up. I actually believe it and I live it. So when news like that, unexpected, comes at not the most opportune times, I just have to trust the angels have my back. God, the universe, source energy has my back. It's all happening for a reason. We had just started, me and my daughter, creating a vision for the future. What do I teach you guys in Charm Life? Those of you in Charm Life know this. Those of you who aren't, maybe not. But one of the biggest things I teach is, like the Bible says, where there is no vision, the people perish. So the first part of manifesting, you have to create a vision for your life. You need to create a vision of where you want to go, a big picture. You don't need to know all the details, all right? But you do need to have a vision of what you want, where you're heading, so that then, you can start to educate yourself and start taking action, and the universe can start lining up you with that vision, with the players that need to be in place, and you rendezvous with all the different places. You guys have probably heard that, right? From Law of Attraction. Well, this is real life, right? This isn't just me telling you. This is how this stuff happens. We put it out, we wrote it down, we've created the vision of what we want in the long term. For our business, Sarcastic Queen, I have a separate vision for Bernadette Gold and for my classes and doing live workshops and retreats, which another piece of that fell into place today. It's just crazy right now. Like, I am so excited. So should I be upset that suddenly I have to lay out first and last month's rent, find a new place, whatever. We have to move by June 15th when we weren't expecting that it was going to happen this quickly. Like, we have put out that we want a different house. We actually want to create roots. We've been here now for 2.5 years, not quite 2.5 years, a little over 2 years. And of course, I didn't want to buy anything first moving here because I haven't been here in a while. And I had always said, I'm never moving back to Washington. Well, things changed. Spirit led me back to Washington. I wanted to move to Hawaii, but none of that stuff was lining up. So I had to shift, right? Another lesson for you guys. When things aren't lining up, you can't stay attached to what you want when the universe has something better planned. And boy, am I glad that I didn't go to Hawaii and that all that stuff didn't line up. At some point, maybe I will move to Hawaii, but it didn't line up. And it wasn't in alignment with my oldest daughter, my granddaughter. My youngest wanted to be more in the city. So I had to shift what I wanted, right? So we created another vision. Well, here we are 2 years later. We're creating a more solid vision. I've lived here 2 years. I know, yes, business I can create here. It's a good foundation. I've started a whole other company now. So now we start to ask for more things. Now we start to get clear on the big picture for our business, me and Bella, and our future. She graduates next year. She'll be 18. And where are we going from here? right? Like you constantly have to refine, recreate, define your vision for the future. We did that. And within a week, we get notice that we have to move. And it's like, okay, I could be angry about this, or, oh, it's, why is this all happening to me? This is not the proper time. You know, I just laid out all this money for this business. We aren't even in the black yet. I could freak out. But why? Because I know the universe has my back. I know that all of this is lining up for something greater, and it's taking me on the path to my destiny of what I've declared and I have taken dominion over and I've said I'm creating. This isn't happening to me. It is happening for me. Exactly, Beverly. Exactly. So will it be a little stressful? Maybe. I'm not going to let it be. When I moved from Colorado to here, when I listed my house, I literally packed everything up and started living out of boxes 6 months before we moved. 6 months. I did it. So I've done it before. I started packing this weekend without any clue of where we're going to go yet. You know, we're staying in the area. It's just, where are we going to land? I don't even know when I really want to move. Do I want to be out before June 15th? I only have to give 20 days notice once we put in our notice, but I'm not rushing it. I'm like, Spirit, I know you're going to take us down the perfect path to the perfect place with the perfect, like perfect circumstances. So my job then, and this is how you manifest, my job then is to say, thank you. I'm excited. It's unknown. I don't know where we're going, but I'm going to go into action. So what am I taking action on? Not to freak out. I'm not running around. You know, we drove different neighborhoods, but I started to pack. I started to get some of the boxes that I didn't unpack because this isn't our house. And I knew we weren't going to be here forever. So I didn't unpack a lot of the stuff we brought. And I brought a bunch of those boxes out and began sorting through things I don't want to take with us. I began sorting things out that intentionally from Colorado to here, because we're so near Amazon and Half Price Books, like I'm going to take some books and movies and trade them and sell them, whatever here. There's a lot of sorting going on. So I went into action this weekend and did that. And suddenly other things are starting to happen. Now, the picture of our vision for the future is getting more fine-tuned and more fine-tuned. And what do I prefer? Where do I prefer to live? How do I prefer circumstances to be set up? What is that 5-year plan? What is that 10-year plan? Where are we really wanting to create this? And universe and spirit is giving us all, like me, my dad, and Bella, all of these different little pieces. And there's a couple other people involved in this for the plans for the future of the company as well, all coming in, like all falling into place. It's crazy. I've never had things line up like that, but I have much to learn. You know, it's called intentional creation. Like this is how I've lived now since I was 25 years old. This is so much fun to me. So when this stuff starts happening, when we just set our intentions early in the week last week, we just found how we want to go about this. We just set everything into motion just last week, and within days we get noticed. So that's the divine push too for spirit to say, this isn't some someday thing. This is a now thing. You want it, you create it now. Start going into action, Bernadette. So I'm listening to my intuition. I've told you guys I want to do live events and I want to do some retreats, and I really haven't made it like a priority to be checking into these things because I've got to do Sarvatha. I wanted to find a place where I can do the Sarvatha training weekend to certify people to do my healing modality. Today it appeared and I found a place to do it very close to where we're living. Literally, it's in the woods. It's a retreat center, one that I can use over and over for business retreats, for spiritual retreats, for healing teaching, for charm life retreats, like women's, teens, whatever. Like it all like fell into place literally within the last hour. It's affordable, and it's super close. Like it's so convenient for me to be able to do it and have this. So it's just all being confirmed, and everything's just working out so perfectly right now. It's a little disrupted, right? Everything feels a little disruptive, sort of, but not really, because now I'm actually like paring down. I'm getting very clear on what I want to keep, what I don't want to keep. Like, this is a whole new phase of life for me. Like, we ended our phase there, but then astrologically and the period of life that I'm in, this is a huge shift and change of energy this year in 2019, setting up for this big year in 2020. And I know that on all levels. And I need some people around me too, from a business perspective, that can support my work and help me pull all of this off. So I'm not doing it alone, which is also why we left the country of Colorado and came closer to the city. We're still not in the city, we're in suburbia. So yes, is it a little disruptive? And oh my God, why right now when I have all of this stuff else going on to have to like be in the midst of all of this, juggling marketing. I already do 12 people's jobs. Now I have to pack a house up. Now we have to move. Why? I'm not going to think like that. Like, I have everything in me, and spirit will bring the right helpers. It's always worked like that when I'm going down the right course. And when you set your intention and you're sold on it and you're excited and you reach the point because you've meditated about it, and I have been meditating about all of this for a couple of weeks now, and really putting solid every single night, going into a 4-hour meditation, literally to manifest it the way I want every single night. Suddenly all this stuff is lining up. Literally, me and Bella were talking about our plan the other day, a bald eagle, which was a sign we asked for specifically. If this is the right thing and it's going to happen this way, give us a sign. An eagle, a heron, or a fox. And here comes a bald eagle flying right over the top of us. I haven't seen a bald eagle for probably a year. That's how rare it is where we live. And here it comes over the top of us. That was on, I want to say Wednesday. Friday, we got noticed. Saturday, we went out just looking for neighborhoods. And we were talking and getting very excited about, where we're headed, what the possibilities are, not the limitations. And that's another trick I want to teach you. Like, you don't look at what are your limitations. You look at what is the possibility. So we were just talking possibility, and what happens? An eagle flies right over the top again. We come home Saturday after that eagle. That's the second time in a matter of days. We get home and I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to pack. I'm just going to start packing. And I pulled these boxes out, and I don't know if you guys saw it. I posted it on this page. I shared it. I pulled out of a box. I was looking for a movie. Brindy wanted the Twilight movies. So I was looking through one of my boxes because I had all the movies in my old office stacked on a bookshelf in my office. So I haven't seen those movies, and I'm like, I'll go find them. Pulled that box out, and I'm like, I need to clean through this stuff anyways. And there's a keychain that is still attached to the cardboard, like a brand new keychain and it had the price tag like ripped off. Someone's name was on it. I have never seen this keychain before. It came out of my office from our old house. I don't know where it's from. I took a picture of it. I put it on Facebook, and it's kind of pastel rainbowish, and it says, miracles happen for those that believe in them. Another confirmation. I was so excited. I was like running around the house. I called my older daughter. I'm like, oh my God, you would not believe what just happened. This is so exciting, right? So here's another confirmation. So of course I get my keys out and I take all my keys off my old chain, and that's my new keychain, so that I'm constantly reminded that yes, miracles are possible. What we want to have happen is actually now unfolding. Is it here? Do I have proof of it yet? No. But that's where faith comes in. Believe in what you cannot see, and it will be so. You are bringing it from the non-physical into the physical. That is manifestation. You aren't looking at the circumstances. I'm not sitting here looking at the limitations. I'm not looking at the circumstances. I'm not looking at how much money I just laid out to start this new corporation and this new business, and now I have to turn around and put out about $5,000 or $6,000 to move us into a new house. I'm not looking at the limitations. I'm looking at the possibilities with the knowing, okay, and this is faith, with the knowing that from a financial perspective, I will have more than enough to make this happen. I will have exactly what needs to occur with our move, with the new house, with all the work involved in it. It will all happen easily, effortlessly, smoothly, and with joy. Do you see the difference? I could sit here and go, I can't believe that they're doing this right now. I could sit here and be going, oh, poor me. What am I going to do? This is going to be so hard. I'm already tired. I'm already overworked. I don't have time for this. This was my plan over here. And now I could go there, but that would create a bunch of negative stuff. Then I'm in resistance. So when I tell you guys, don't be in resistance, that's what I'm talking about. When this stuff happens, embrace it, run towards it. Know that the universe is moving you out of your comfort zone, because that's what it just did for us. Our entire family got moved out of our comfort zone of just going about this slowly. The universe said, you want this? Now it's time to act. Let's move it into action, but you have to follow through. So my bit, don't freak out. Don't lose my focus. Don't go into a place of fear of thinking this isn't going to happen. Now it's going to do I spent probably 15 minutes absorbing that news. And then I was like, oh my God, this is actually good news. This is another sign from the universe that they've heard us. Like, they are moving things in the background that we can't see and moving us right towards it. So it's just our job. And we have plenty of time, right? We have until June 15th. It's not even April 15th. We have over 2 months to get this done. It'll be the easiest move I've made. Seriously, this is going to be the easiest move I've made. And yes, moving does suck, but we all got to handle our stuff. And when you ask the universe for something, you need to be ready to do your part, right? Because if you don't act when the universe moves on your behalf, you lose it. And then things start to fall apart. I have lots of YouTube videos, honey. Go look. You have to go way back, because I've got years and years of videos on manifestations. 2 big manifestations for you. Said yes. That's the important part. Say yes right now. Don't fall into fear, right? Get excited. Here's the best part of this. And this is where you all need to get. And I know it's harder than me just telling you, but this is the part of understanding and being in this place in my story as it's unfolding. I am in a place right now, probably more powerfully than I was when I manifested my 38-foot boat and that 25 grand to pay for it. I think, it's been a really long time. That was back in the 90s. One of the first big manifestations I ever did that moved like that, like 7 days. But I actually, with all of the meditations I've done, with everything I've written out, with all of the signs moving, all of the action I've taken, it feels like everything's already done. Like, I feel like this is just done. Like, it's done. And the miracle's already occurred. Everything's already lined up. Like, that's where you need to be. Where you hear different law of attraction teachers tell you, don't have any fear, don't have any doubt. You have to actually feel within you. It's already done. You put it in the proper tense. It's not someday, and it's not when it happens. It's done, as if it's already happened, and you act as if it's so. That's what faith is, right? Believing and knowing it's done. And that's where I'm at right now. And I'm super excited because I literally feel like it's already happened. It's already happened. Everything we've written down, everything we've dreamed up, it's already happened. And I am living as if it's already happened. Now it's just a matter of like the timing unfolding properly, like the proper time, knowing what the next step is. I don't need to know all the details. I just need to know sort of as needed, on an as needed basis, step by step, follow my intuition, follow the signs, then the breadcrumbs the spirit lays out. Okay, this is the next step, Bernadette. Okay, that's the next step, Bernadette. One step at a time. A lot of people are, when they manifest and it's something big and they're like, oh, it's not happening. And I can't see all the pieces. I can't either. You don't need to see all the pieces. You just need to know what the end result is. And then you move towards it with whatever step of action that shows up for you in any given moment. And you can't be attached to how that stuff shows up, and be excited and be happy. All of us can create miracles in our lives. It's not just me. Like, I'm really good at this stuff. This is what I teach in Charm Life, right? Like, this is why I teach in Charm Life too for an entire year, because you have to learn all of the universal laws, how to handle things when they come up, when negative stuff comes up, or seemingly, and I always say seemingly negative stuff comes up, how not to emotionally like crumble, right? Because that's when your energy vibration drops. You have to keep your energy vibration up. You have to stay in alignment in order for you to be able to read the cues from spirit, for them to be able to communicate with you, and for you to be a match to that thing you say you want. You have to be in that place of excitement and passion. And when it is right, there is ease and there is passion and it is super exciting. And it's like, oh, I can't. It's like Christmas. Every minute I'm sitting here going, oh my God, I can't believe it. Like, what's next? Like, what's the next step? I just knocked all of those steps out. What's the next step, Spirit? And then the steps just keep appearing one after another. I know I will get to the end result of what I'm creating, and that's mine. Like, I tell you guys, don't cast your pearl before the swine lest they trample them under their feet, right? When you have a dream about something, when you're manifesting something, you don't tell everybody what it is you're creating. You keep that. That's your jewels. That's your treasure. You keep that to yourself. Secret. It's sacred. You're creating it with the people you're creating it with. If you are including other people, it's always easier to manifest when it's other people with you. But you keep that secret and you don't share that because you don't need people to say, oh, it's too big. Like, are you sure? And then try to talk you out of it. That's what happened when I did my boat, but I still happened because I wasn't willing to listen to anybody. That boat, I wanted it. I was definite about it. I talked to a few people about it and they ended up actually offering me the opportunity that gave me the cash to buy the boat. This is different. And, I'm just telling you guys, this is my process. This is how I do it. I write it down. I go into meditation. Stuff starts lining up and I take action and I just sit in that place of knowing. And before you know it, it's all there. It's just all there. So I don't know how this is all going to unfold, but I am super excited that it is. Meanwhile, I'm still working all day. I'm added on the packing to it. I'm kind of doing everything, sort of do a little here, do a little there. I'm keeping everything going. Business is going good. Our sales in our store are going good. I'm still doing everything I normally do. I'm not waiting though. I'm not in a place of I'll be happy when. I'm actually in a place of it's already happened, but I still have to take care of my responsibilities and keep everything going. Been helping others, getting out of my fear about things while doing for others. It's been amazing. Yeah. I mean, that's the trick. So that's how you manifest. But the biggest important thing, once you put that vision in play, is do not take anything that comes your way, no matter how scary or it wasn't predictable. You didn't know it was going to happen. Don't take that as a negative. The universe still has your back. These things are lining you up for what you say you want. Sometimes we say, oh, I want this thing. And we're thinking 10 years down the line. And the universe says, okay, yes, you can have that, and starts to move things out of the way to get your energy engaged. So while we just got notice that we have to move, it's not bothering me. It's that push that me and my family needed to really get into that solid place of, all right, this is what we're creating and we will take nothing less. Something better, this or better, but nothing less. And we are all sold on this is how it's going to be. And we're all communicating. We're all adding our energy. It's all very high vibe. It's all very positive. And we just keep saying, thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, spirit. Thank you, angels. Thank you for all of the confirmations. Thank you for all the guidance. Thank you for all of the opportunities that are coming our way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. And this is how it's done. So I hope that helps for those of you who, you're like trying to handle things, but I'm going to give you one last thing. When you see someone like me, especially someone like me, but anybody else, like don't, and they're like, oh, I just got noticed I have to move. You shouldn't be writing comments that are projections of how you would handle it. Like you should be encouraging them. Everything's going to work out perfectly. Not things like, oh, that sucks for you. Moving's really hard. No, don't put that on them. Maybe it is for you, but you shouldn't even be saying stuff like that. It's only as hard as you make it. Life is only as difficult as you make it. I say this about breakups and job endings and everything else. Like it's only as bad or as negative as you say it is. To me, all of these things, if something comes to an end, it hit its expiration date, I embrace it. I thank spirit and I move to the next thing, right? Life is not supposed to remain the same. Everything is changing. Everything is changeable. You have to embrace it and move it forward. So when you see someone that's going through something and your immediate reaction is to be negative, instead, stop, make it useful, make it positive, make it encouraging, make it empowering. And the same goes for you. When circumstances hit your life, don't take it as a negative. Just be super excited. Man, Spirit's got something big planned. And I'll tell you what, it will shift the way everything then begins to unfold in your life. And you will feel like life is just this magical, charmed journey. Like, this is exciting to me because this is like charm life on steroids in my life right now. Like, this is the next stage. And like what my cousin and I were talking about today, she goes, it's so funny. She goes, I don't know if people realize, because, you know, you manifest things all the time, small things, big things. She's like, but this is a big one. Like, your vision right now is so big and people don't really understand how big this is. She goes, but it's kind of cool because we all get to be a witness to how you handle stuff, how you roll when circumstances are dealt to you. Like, yeah, I wasn't expecting that I was going to have to move in the next 2.5 months. And my daughter said, my oldest, she's so cute, rent here in Washington State in the summer always goes up by a couple $100, right? So like, we were glad we moved here in the winter and we signed a lease in January because that's when rent's at its lowest. It's harder. People don't like moving in the rain and stuff, right? So I wanted to like, my idea was like, whenever we have to move, we want to make sure we move when the rent is on the lower side. But this time, I mean, it's happening. When are we supposed to move out? By June 15th. I could actually move us in May so that we're not hitting that higher rent in June, because that's when the rents go up. If we actually do end up renting, we may end up buying, and that's my dream. So, you know, there's all this stuff about, oh, I could have gone down that path of, oh, great, you know, the worst part of the year, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not like that. Like, literally, when me and Bella were making our plan for our future home, our future business, and all of this stuff, when we wrote it all down last week, I was actually going to call my property manager to find out how much notice we actually have to give to move. And apparently in the state of Washington, it's 20 days. So you don't even have to give 30 days notice. You give 20 days, which means God is moving really fast. To have given me a 2.5 month window, and I only have to give 20 days notice to move into the perfect house. So all of this, to me, while for some people maybe it's stressful, I'm just like, this is freaking exciting. This is exciting. Am I excited about moving furniture up and downstairs? No, but that's what movers are for. And, you know, that's what angels are for. And that's what helpers are for. Like, I am magnetizing and attracting all of the help that I could possibly need. And that's how you handle that. So you guys get to be witness to all of these changes and all of these exciting things. Like, literally since February, I asked for something in February about expanding my income, creating a legacy for my daughter to be able to step into, use her artistic talents, create a business. Out of the blue, someone sent me something, and I was not thinking about doing mugs and t-shirts and this sort of thing. And suddenly one of my friends sent me something and said, you should check this out. And within a week, we're up and running. And within a month, we're like all legal. And like, I wasn't even thinking in terms of this back in January. This all happened in February when I put out the ask of the universe, show me a way, like what's possible here to really like allow Bella to stay artistic and to use her talents in a way where she actually gets paid. And, you know, where I can have a playground. And I forgot all about buying this domain name, Sarcastic Queen, a year ago, April. Literally 1 year ago this month, I bought Sarcastic Queen domain, and it just sat there because I knew kind of what I wanted to do with it, but I didn't have the time, nor was it the right timing. Funny enough, it all fell into place. So see, Spirit knew even a year ago how this was all going to unfold. It was up to me to act. So I'm telling you guys, it's that simple. Don't get discouraged. Like, there's been a lot that has happened between then and now. I mean, my daughter got married. Like, so much has happened. You can't like ever question that the universe has your back. So that's the lesson one in manifesting. How do you handle these things? I'm excited. I hope you guys can feel the excitement off of that. For those of you on Patreon, either silver or gold, I'm coming on in about 10 minutes, 9 minutes to do our tarot class. If you're not a Patreon member, just go to Bernadette Gold, click on the video. It's part of my website, and it will take you directly to Patreon. You can become a member for $15 a month or $35 a month if you want to learn the tarot and the different things that I teach in there for my patrons. And patrons are just people who support someone who puts out content. You can be a patron where you donate $5 a month ongoing for the videos and the free teachings that I give you guys. And I appreciate all of it because it gives me what I need to keep my equipment up to date and to have the time to do these things. So, but I hope that helps. This went on really long. I love you guys. I'm super excited. Take my energy and do something with it. Take what you learned today and do something with it. Don't sit on it. There's a reason you heard this today, and don't sit on it by yourself. Share it with your friends so that they can know too. They can become powerful creators no matter what the circumstances are. All right. Have a good one. I will see you guys later.